This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that bell button. Okay, so, hey, this is when keeping it real goes wrong. You know, we all know TAXSTONE's in jail. Probably facing a life sentence, maybe 20, 25 years at least, for basically being a hater and just keeping it real at the wrong time. Okay, so we all know this guy was a hater. T.K. Kirkland said it himself on a recent podcast. And it's true. This guy was a hater. This is how he got known in the game. You know, yeah, he did pick some talent here and there. But basically, you know, you remember him hating on Ebro. He hated on Camron, calling Camron a snitch. He went in on Meek Mill, and he even tried to go at me one time when I criticized the Meek Mill interview because it was really soft, you know. Like it's not like I was quiet when he was out. Like when I was saying stuff, someone alerted him to it. He tried to go at me on Twitter. I added back to him, and then he blocked me. But then he goes in and says, "Yes, Jules." Remember that girl, Yes, Jules? He called her a racist because, you know, she was, you know, she said a racist word. And she blocked him, and then he criticized her for that. But this guy blocked everybody he had a problem with, you know. So, you know, what the big shame of this is, before you guys get all over me, is that, you know, Troy Ave security guard died. This is really a beefy ad with Troy Ave. Well, this is what T.K. Kirkland said.
But then when I saw the effect that it had on pop culture, I wish I'd have did a lot sooner, because I know that I could have changed TAXSTONE's life, who went to jail early this year.
We spoke about that.
Yeah, because Tax is my man. We got pictures together, and he really loved me, and I loved him, but I never listened to his show. I was so busy that I never took the time to hear his show, and he was he was a hater.
So he believes he probably could have stopped TAXSTONE from being such an aggressive hater, to where it would boil over to, like, him and Troy Ave had a real problem with each other. Like, he was always calling out Troy Ave for, like, oh, he doesn't really live that life, and da-da-da-da-da, I've never heard of him before. You know, Troy Ave was just hustling. Troy Ave can be obnoxious, I admit, you know, but there's no reason to bully him into where you guys have a confrontation, and then you bring a gun into a venue, and you're ruining money for everybody else at that venue, and innocent people got shot. That was, like, really disgusting. So I don't really have any sympathy for this guy, because you put so many people in danger. Actually, one of my friends is one of the people that got shot, a kid I know from the Bronx. We knew each other coming up. You know, he was there, and he got shot. Not, you know, he got shot in the leg or something, but still, you know, so I can't really, you know, like, this is something I knew this was going to happen. The whole New York knew within a week of the shooting that it was TAXSTONE that did it. If you have any connection to New York, that was the rumbles. Nobody said anything. It took him about 6 months to do police work to figure out it was him and have charges that stick. But, you know, I can't feel bad for him, because he killed BANGA, who was, like, really just a guy holding down Troy Ave. He was probably just in the middle, making sure nothing happened to Troy Ave. And he shot him dead, man. You know, this guy had a kid and family, you know, so it's just sad, man. I have no sympathy for this guy. But, you know, he was a hater. And then T.K. Kirkland went on to say,
by him being a hater, got him locked up, because I didn't know he was moving like that.
Yeah.
And I would have told him to change his mindset and his energy and let them people go. And that's one of my only regrets of not listening to him more. And I should have started a podcast a lot earlier. You know, because for him to be locked up, and like we was talking about going to London together.
Yeah, but, you know, it's like, I don't think anybody could have stopped that. That's who that guy was, you know. He did some great podcasts, don't get me wrong, you know. Like, some of the podcasts were good, you know. He knew when to be quiet and let someone tell a story, but it was the stuff outside the podcast that was really, like, it was kind of toxic, man. He was kind of, like, trying to be a bully, but he wasn't really a bully like that. You know, it's like, it's kind of weird.
All this kind of stuff, and it's sad that his situation ended up like that, but God bless him. It's not over. You know, he could do his 10, 12 years. When he gets out, you never know what'll be out here waiting for him.
He's probably going to end up doing a lot more than 12 years, because what Remy Ma did what did she do? Like 7 years for just shooting somebody, but she didn't kill the person. When you kill somebody, you do a lot more than 12 years. But anyways, you know, I'm not trying to sound like somebody that wants people locked up, but you know, when you kill somebody, that's different. When you're selling drugs and everything, that doesn't really bother me. It's the killing people thing that bothers me. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. I'll check you guys on the next video. Peace.